University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello. Ancient plays modern tonight and Scotland plays England as two more teams compete for a place in the second round of this contest. The winners will go straight through, but if the losers are to be seen again, they'll need to be among the four teams with the highest losing scores from these first-round matches. Now, Darwin College, Cambridge, is named after, as you might have guessed, the family of Charles Darwin, whose son George once owned some of the property it now occupies. It was established in 1964 as the university's first college for graduates, and it now draws about half its students from outside the UK. Alumni include Sir Ian Wilmot, who led the research group that cloned Dolly the sheep. The primatologist Diane Fossey and Jane Goodall studied there, as did the space scientist Monica Grady, representing around 970 students. With an average age of 25, let's meet the Darwin-Cambridge team.
Hi, I'm Toby Barber. I'm from Cambridge and I'm pursuing a PhD in plant sciences at NIAB.
I'm Noah Kessler. I'm from Houston, Texas, and I'm working on a PhD in genetics.
This is their captain.
Hi, I'm Carrie Millicki. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, and I'm doing an MPhil in Film and Screen Studies.
Hello, I'm Dominic James. I'm from Kidlington in Oxfordshire, and I'm studying for an MPhil in Early Modern History.
Now, the University of St Andrews was founded in 1410 after a group of Augustinian clergy established a site of higher learning on the Fife Coast, making it the third oldest university in the UK and certainly one of the coldest. Alumni include the inventor of logarithms, John Napier, and Edward Jenner, who contributed to the development of the smallpox vaccine. More recently, the novelist Fay Weldon and the journalist Deborah Orr went there, as did the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, of course, representing about 9,000 students. With an average age of 23, let's meet the St Andrews team.
Hi, I'm Tom Sherlock. I'm from Hertfordshire and I'm studying international relations and modern history.
Hi, I'm Max Holtzman. I'm from Maine in the US, and I'm studying mathematics and theoretical physics.
And this is their captain.
Hi, I'm Aja Kemsar. I study economics and I'm from Glasgow.
Hi, I'm John I'm from New York and I study philosophy.
Well, the rules are the same as ever. 10 points for starter questions, 15 for bonuses. Starter questions are individual efforts. Bonuses are team efforts. And there's a 5-point penalty if you interrupt a starter question incorrectly. Judge a man by his questions rather than by his answers. Those are the words of which figure of the French Enlightenment who died 11 years before the start of the French Revolution?
St Andrews Sherlock.
Voltaire.
Voltaire is correct, yeah. You get 3 bonuses on a 14th century philosopher. Named after a village near Guildford, which Franciscan friar gives his name to a principle of economy or parsimony in which as few assumptions as possible should be made?
Ockham.
William.
William Ockham.
William of Ockham is correct, yes, Ockham's razor. Ockham is closely associated with which school of thought that denies metaphysical universals? The term in question derives ultimately from the Latin for name.
Nominalism?
Nominalism.
I think nominalism. Nominalism?
Nominalism.
Correct. In 1328, Ockham was excommunicated by Pope John XXII, the second pope to reside in which French city?
Avignon.
Avignon.
Avignon is correct. 10 points for this. I need the names of 2 cities here. Which 2 cities link the losing semi-finalists in the 2018-19 UEFA Champions League with museums dedicated to Juan Miró and Vincent van Gogh?
St Andrews Sherlock.
Barcelona and Amsterdam.
Correct. These bonuses are on poetry. Recalling a moment of rural tranquility before the First World War, Edward Thomas's poem Adelstrop names 2 English counties in its final line. Can you give me either of them, please?
That seems like a really quaint county.
Yorkshire. Wiltshire, yeah.
Yorkshire.
Yorkshire.
Could be.
They probably want direction.
Maybe.
No, it should be Yorkshire.
Yorkshire. Wrong part of the world altogether. No, it's in the Cotswolds. It's Oxfordshire and Gloucestershire. Which poet quotes the last line of Adlestrop in her own poem, The Counties? Following her words, I want to write the names of the counties down for my own child, and may they never be lost to her.
Yeah, modern.
Anything? Modern female poets.
Not English enough for that, but no. Yeah.
If we don't have
Go for
anything
it.
there to go for that.
Carol Ann Duffy.
Correct. In the counties, Duffy writes, it is my duty to write to the Queen at Berkshire in praise of which town, famously denigrated by an earlier poet laureate?
Okay.
Slough.
It is Slough, indeed. Right, 10 points for this. Partly to counteract the power of its own nobility, which empire from the 14th century developed the forced levy...
St Andrew Sherlock.
Ottoman Empire.
Correct. These bonuses are on physics this time, St Andrews. Born in 1918, which US Nobel laureate gives his name to graphic methods of depicting various interactions in quantum electrodynamics?
Feynman.
Feynman is correct. After a flightless bird, the name of which Feynman diagram resulted from a barroom bet between the physicists Melissa Franklin and John Ellis in 1977?
Penguin.
Penguin.
Penguin is correct. And in Feynman diagrams, wavy lines are used for what class of subatomic particles with integer values of spin, for example, photons?
What class of photons?
Photons are bosons. Yeah. Bosons.
Boson.
Bosons is correct. 10 points for this. Brazil nuts are the richest known food source of what essential mineral and antioxidant?
St Andrews Martin Kemsar.
Selenium.
Selenium is correct. You get 3 bonuses on contrafactor, a contrafactum being the recurrence of a melody with entirely new lyrics. Firstly, the 1960s French song Comme d'habitude was given new lyrics by Paul Anka and became a standard under what title?
No jazz standards. We can.
It's not jazz standards. It's just a standard.
Just regular standards.
Come on.
New Orleans Rhythm.
No, it's My Way. Secondly, what is the present-day title of the national anthem, which is a contrafactum of To Anacreon in Heaven, a song associated with the London Drinking Club, founded in the 18th century for semi-professional musicians?
Star Spangled Banner.
Correct. Which 1978 hit for David Essex from the musical Evita is a contrafactum of Don't Cry for Me, Argentina?
It's not Winter's Tale, but that's the only David Essex thing I can think of.
Winter's Tale.
Yeah.
What?
He has a song called Winter's
Cool.
Tale.
Go for it. Yeah.
Winter's Tale.
No, it's Oh, What a Circus. Now we're going to take a picture round. For your picture starter, you'll see a map. For 10 points, I want you to name the city indicated.
Darwin Milwaukee.
Leipzig.
No, anyone like to buzz from St Andrews? You may
St
not
Andrew
confirm?
Sherlock.
Dresden.
Dresden is correct, yes. So we follow on from Dresden, the capital city of Saxony, with your picture bonuses. You'll see 3 more German state capitals. This time I want you to name both the city and the state. Firstly,
Is that Lübeck?
Is it not Hamburg?
That's too north.
I think that's too far north for Hamburg. I think it's Lübeck.
What's the state? North.
Upper Saxony.
Something.
It's not North Rhineland.
Jutland? Jutland?
Lubeck and Upper Saxony could one.
Yeah, sure.
Lubeck and Jutland.
no, it's Kiel and Schleswig-Holstein. Secondly,
Maybe Cologne or Frankfurt.
No, it's not Cologne or Frankfurt.
It's near Frankfurt. It's definitely not Cologne.
Is it near Frankfurt?
Yeah, Frankfurt's right in the middle.
Oh, good go for it.
Frankfurt and which state? Thuringia?
Rhineland?
No. Wait, Rhineland-Palatinate?
come on, let's have
Yeah.
it.
Frankfurt, Rhineland-Palatinate.
No, it's Erfurt and Thuringia. And finally,
That's that's Düsseldorf and North Rhine-Westphalia.
Yeah.
Feel free to nominate me.
Nominate Sherlock.
Düsseldorf, North Rhine-Westphalia.
correct. Right, 10 points for this. The Dream of Reason Produces Monsters is an English title of a
Darwin
play...
James.
Francisco de Goya.
Correct. Your bonuses this time, Darwin, are on Italian artists. All three answers begin with the same two letters. Firstly, born near Venice in 1757. Which neoclassical sculptor's works include Theseus, Cupid and Psyche, and the Three Graces?
Canova. Canova.
Canova is correct. Secondly, the brothers Annibale and Agostino, both born in the mid-16th century, shared what surname? Their respective works include Domine, Quo Vadis, now in the National Gallery, and Self-Portrait as a Watchmaker.
Carracci.
Correct. Which Venetian artist spent time in England in the 1740s and 50s, producing numerous paintings of the Thames?
Canaletto.
Correct. 10 points for this starter question. In which English county is the Vale of Catmose? Much of the land in this vale was flooded in the 1970s, creating what is now one of Europe's largest man-made reservoirs. To the west of the vale is the county town of Oakham.
St Andrew Sherlock.
Rutland.
Rutland is correct, yes. You get 3 bonuses on fictional assassins, St Andrews. Which 2011 film directed by Joe Wright stars Saoirse Ronan in the title role of a teenage assassin on the run from the CIA? A television adaptation began in 2019.
What name?
Hannah.
Yes.
Sure. Yes. Hannah.
Hannah is correct. What name is given to a 19-line poetic form structured by 2 repeating rhymes and refrains? The name is also the code name of the assassin, played by Jodie Comer in the television drama Killing Eve.
Villanelle.
Correct. Which major character in the television series Game of Thrones is trained as an assassin by the faceless men of Bravos?
Arya Stark.
Correct. 10 points for this. What short noun appears in the titles of a novel by Iris Murdoch set in Imber Court, a novel by Hemingway set in Spain, and the early 1960s...
Darwin James.
Bell.
Bell is correct, yes. You get a set of bonuses on a mythological figure. In Greek mythology, which giant was blinded by Oenopaion, the king of Chios, as a punishment for the pursuit of his daughter Merope?
Cyclops.
No, it was Orion. Faintly visible in Orion's sword, what kind of astronomical object is the entity known by the Messier number M42? A single-word answer is sufficient here.
Galaxy.
It's a nebula. And finally, which constellation is named after the creature said to have killed Orion after he claimed that he could conquer all the animals on Earth?
Taurus. Go for that. Yeah. Taurus.
No, it's Scorpius. 10 points for this. What plural noun links all of these? Firstly, Raphael Holinshed's 1577 History of Britain. Secondly, a 1950 work by Ray Bradbury set on Mars. Books of the King James Bible...
Darwin James.
Chronicles.
Correct, yes. Your bonuses are on shorter words that can be made using any of the 7 letters of the word furtive. In each case, give the word from the definition. Firstly, a rabbit and seer, the younger brother of Hazel in Richard Adams's novel Watership Down.
What can we make out of that word? Tiff. Maybe? Tiff.
No, it's not. It's fiver. Secondly, a human quality, according to Francis Bacon, it is like a rich stone, best set plain.
Human quality. No, that. Or could it be like vita, like something like that?
Virtue.
Virtue. Oh, yeah. Virtue.
Virtue is correct. And finally, a short pin or bolt fastened, for example, by Rosie, a cultural icon of World War II.
Rivet.
Yeah. Rivet.
Rivet is correct. It's about time, I think, for a music round. For your music starter, you'll hear a song from a Broadway musical. For 10 points, I want you to give me the title of the musical.
Hello.
St Andrews Holtzman.
Book of Mormon.
It is the Book of Mormon. Yes. It was brought from the US to the West End by the producer Sonia Friedman. For your music bonuses, I want you to identify 3 more musicals produced in London by Friedman, and this time you'll hear the original cast recording of her productions. I want the title of the musical in each case, please. Firstly.
Dear Al, he's a lucky guy. I'm like
Legally Blonde.
I got tears coming out of my nose.
Do you want me to say it?
Legally Blonde.
Legally Blonde, yes. Why are you so embarrassed to say it?
It's a good film.
Secondly, this musical revived in 2015.
Don't tell me not to live, just sit and
Funny
Life's
Girl.
candy and the sun's a ball of
Funny
joy.
Girl.
Don't bring around
Funny
a
Girl.
Funny Girl is right. And finally,
And I am telling you.
Dreamgirls.
Dreamgirls is correct, yes. Good learned fellow you are. Right, 10 points for this. Described as an anarchist masterpiece, An Inquiry Concerning Political Justice is a work of 1793 by which author? 4 years later, he married a prominent feminist author, and in 1818, their only daughter published the novel Frankenstein.
Darwin Millerwicki.
Shelley?
No. Anybody want to buzz from St Andrews?
St Andrews Sherlock.
Beisch.
No, it was William Godwin. 10 points for this starter question, then. The most abundant organic polymer on Earth. What polysaccharide is a component of fungal hyphal walls and animal cell coats and is the major structural cell wall material in the plant kingdom?
St Andrews Sherlock.
Cellulose.
Cellulose is correct. You get a set of bonuses on science in 1836. In 1836, Edmund Davy made the first discovery of which simple hydrocarbon with the formula C2H2?
That's got a fun name. Simple cobalt. Don't know.
Give me something.
It's not.
Come on.
Ethene.
No, it's acetylene. In 1836, the English astronomer Francis Baily observed the phenomenon known as Baily's beads during what specific event?
A total eclipse of the sun.
Total eclipse of the sun.
Correct. Commanded by Robert Fitzroy, what scientific survey ship returned to Falmouth in 1836 after a 5-year circumnavigation?
Yes, Beagle.
Beagle.
The Beagle is correct. Well done. Another starter question. Surya Varman was a 12th century ruler who began the construction of what complex, now a major archaeological site? It appears on the flag of a Southeast Asian country.
St Andrews Martin Kemsar.
Angkor Wat.
Angkor Wat is correct, yes. And your bonuses are on climate classification. Born in 1846, which German climatologist gives his name to a biome-based climate classification system first published in 1900? He later collaborated with Rudolf Geiger.
Could be Koppen.
Okay.
Could be someone else.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Koppen.
Köppen is correct, yes. Köppen identified 5 major climate types: tropical, dry, temperate, polar, and which other?
Is it tundra or something?
Yeah.
Like taiga or tundra? Tundra?
Yeah. Tundra.
No, it's continental. And finally, H climate is a 6th category, sometimes added to modified maps to account for the uniqueness of certain regions. What does the letter H represent?
Humid.
Humid. Could be like a word for weird in German. But hot, humid. Yeah.
Humid.
No, it's Highland. 10 points for this. Which author's quartet of novels did Julian Barnes describe as the best American novel of the post-war period? The works follow the life of the ex-basketball star Harry Angstrom.
St Andrews
John Updike.
John Updike is correct, the Rabbit novels, of course. So your bonuses are on Ireland. Situated on the wild Atlantic Way on Ireland's west coast, which cliffs rise to over 200 metres at O'Brien's Tower?
Moher.
Moher is correct, yes. Rising to more than 500 metres above the Irish Midlands, the Slieve Bloom Mountains straddle the border of County Offaly and which county to the east?
Could be Westmeath or Meath.
You get mountains in Wicklow.
Could be. Actually, where is it? Is off the lake.
I don't really know what site it is.
Go for Westmeath.
Westmeath.
No, it's Laois. Which river rises in the Sperrin Mountains and flows for about 120 kilometres, meeting the sea near Derry?
The Foyle.
Foyle is correct. 10 points for this. In geometry, which conic section is described by the equation x squared over a squared plus y squared over b squared equals 1?
St Andrews Holtzman.
An ellipse.
Ellipse is correct, yeah. Your bonuses are on winners of the Nebula Award for Best Science Fiction Novel. In each case, name the author of the following. Firstly, Doomsday Book and Blackout, All Clear. Winners in 1992 and 2010.
Shame it's not the best Nebula. Otherwise you'd have it. Do you know?
I can have a guess. Ian Banks.
No, they're by Connie Willis. Secondly, The Forever War, Forever Peace and Camouflage, winners of Best Novel between 1975 and 2005.
My science fiction knowledge is very lacking.
Same.
Go for the same option then.
Yeah.
Ian Banks.
No, that's Joe Haldeman. And finally, American Gods, the Best Novel winner in 2003.
Neil Gaiman's American Gods.
Neil Gaiman.
Neil Gaiman is correct. Right, time for another picture round. For your picture starter, you're going to see a painting. 10 points if you can give me the artist's name.
Darwin Milowicki.
Mary Cassatt.
Correct. That painting by Cassatt was a portrait of the suffragist Louisine Havemeyer and her daughter. With Cassatt advising her, Louisine was also a notable collector of 19th and early 20th century French art. And for your picture bonuses, 3 works from her collection. I want you to name the artist in each case. Firstly,
I think that might be. No, I would think possibly Monet, maybe Renoir. I think we should go with Monet.
Yeah.
Edouard Monet.
correct. Secondly,
Is that like a pre-Raphaelite? Oh no, it said French.
Courbet.
Possibly, yeah.
do you want to guess
Like, let's go with Courbet. Courbet.
that is Gustave Courbet. And finally,
Oh, that's got to be Cézanne.
Yeah.
Cézanne.
it is Cézanne, yes. Right. 10 points for this. On May the 16th, 1975, the Japanese Junko Tabe became the first woman to achieve what physical feat? 17...
St Andrews Sherlock.
Climbing Mount Everest.
Correct. Your bonuses are on a family of plants. Firstly, including snowdrops and daffodils, which family of flowering plants is named after a Greek country girl in classical poetry? In Lycidas, Milton speaks of sporting with her in the shade.
Anya's gonna kill us. I know, right? Greek country girls can we name?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because for me it's none.
Eurydice, I don't know any.
Eurydice.
No, it's Amaryllis. Amaryllis belladonna, secondly, the belladonna lily, is also known by the name of which island attached to the English crown since 1066?
Is it the Channel Islands?
I think it could be like Alderney, Jersey.
Jersey.
Jersey is correct, the Jersey lily. Allium cepa, that's C-E-P-A, has what short common name? It's a biennial plant of the Amaryllis family, grown for its edible bulb.
Allium is onions, isn't it?
Garlic.
Yeah,
It's garlic.
it means garlic. Yeah.
Garlic.
No, it's the onion. 10 points for this. What name is that of a late 19th century German chancellor and has been given to an eastwards extension of Namibia, of which the largest
St
settlement...
Andrews Holtzman.
Caprivi.
Caprivi is correct. You get a set of bonuses on literature this time. Which character is described as the Wanderer in the title of an 1820 Gothic novel by Charles Maturin? The character sells his soul in return for the promise of prolonged life.
Is Faust? Faust, yeah.
Must be.
Yeah. Faust. Yeah.
Faust.
No, it's Melmoth, as in Melmoth the Wanderer. The unscrupulous financier Augustus Melmoth is a principal character in which major work by Anthony Trollope, published in 1875?
I looked at Trollope, I've forgotten all of them. I don't know.
The Wind in the Willows.
The Wind in the Willows. Oh dear, no. The Way We Live Now. And finally, which literary figure used the name Sebastian Melmoth while living in France in 1898?
It's not Wilde or something, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Could be.
Oscar Wilde.
Correct. 10 points for this. Born in 1879, the author Stella Miles Franklin bequeathed her estate to fund a literary award in which country? Winners have included Melissa Lukashenko, Tim Winton, Thea Astley and Patrick White.
Darwin Milowicki.
Canada?
No? Anyone want to buzz from
St Andrews R.
Australia.
It is Australia, you're right. Your bonuses this time are on river valleys. In each case, name the English national park in which the following are partly or wholly located. Firstly, Millersdale, Monsaldale and Longdondale.
Yorkshire Dales.
Yorkshire.
No, they're all in the Peak District. Secondly, Littondale, Langstrothdale and Nidderdale.
Are they counties or are they?
Just the national park. The Lake District.
Lake District.
No, they're in the Yorkshire Dales. And finally, Bransdale, Rosedale and Rydale.
South Downs, maybe? Yeah.
South Downs.
They're all on the North York Moors. 10 points for this. What term is denoted by the letter I in the medical abbreviation TIA, meaning a local anemia?
St Andrews Sherlock.
Internal.
No. You lose 5 points and you can hear the whole question, Darwin. Local anemia caused by obstruction of the blood.
Darwin Kessler.
Ischemic.
Ischemic is correct, yes. So you get a set of bonuses this time, Darwin, on capital cities. All three answers end in the same three, and at the gong, Darwin College, Cambridge have 90, St Andrews University have 255. Well, you didn't really get going there, did you, at all? Bad luck. St Andrews, congratulations to you. We shall look forward to seeing you again. I hope you can join us next time for another first-round match, but until then, it's goodbye from Darwin College, Cambridge.
Goodbye.
It's goodbye from St Andrews University.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.